here, Lazy Dogs Records. This is my winter new records pickups video that I'd like to share with you. I've already done a video showing the used records that I picked up. Did that a couple of weeks ago. One of the artists that I'm a semi-completist for is the great R&B singer Delbert McClinton, and I had most of his albums going way on back. There's a couple I don't have, but I've got most of them. And he did two recent albums. Recent meaning in the last 5 years or so. Delbert's getting into his, I guess he's probably in his mid 70s or late 70s at this point. So I had this on CD, but I wanted to add it to my vinyl collection to complete that. And this is Delbert McClinton and Self-Made Men, a group he's working with, on 180 gram vinyl. And it's this album right here, and it's called Prick of the Litter. I love that title, Prick of the Litter. And Delbert's doing what everybody in their 70s ought to be doing, relaxing by the water. And so I got that, real happy to get it. But if you're not familiar with Delbert McClinton, he goes way on back to his teen years in the Fort Worth, Texas area, playing with and opening for the great blues artists. And so Delbert, if you're not familiar with Delbert, you need some Delbert.
I just have salad, no swinging jazz. It's only ballad, nothing salty and nothing sweet. I skip it all from milk to wheat. I got a trainer and a diet guy. Sprouts and protein shakes, that's all I buy. I jog in the park all day, that's what I do. While I still Jones for you.
The next record I picked up is actually a record store day record. I didn't buy it on record store day. Got it after the fact, much after the fact. Still same price, retail price. It wasn't inflated because it was record store day release or anything. But it's from a band that I never really listened to much because when they came along, it wasn't a time when I was able to listen to a lot of new music. Squirrel Nut Zippers in the late 1990s, they had a hit with the song Hell, kind of a retro swing, ragtime, jazz type of feel. But this is Lost Songs of Dawg Sorchin, and this is a new configuration of the band. A little topless action going on that cover. Interesting. A good album. I'll play you a needle drop from that.
Up and down, bourbon slurping, lip licking, look, she's a cooker. Got a punk
was also a record store day release, although again I got it months after the fact. And it's Jason Isbell with the 400 unit Georgia Blue. I like the artwork there. And gatefold, 2-record set here. And since it's called Georgia Blue, they made the record a blue vinyl record, both records blue vinyl. And this is on his Southeastern Records label, his own label, distributed by, is it 30 Tigers, I believe it's called. But the interesting story on this album, he is somewhat of a political person, and he said that if in November of 2020, if Georgia turned blue, if they voted for Biden over Trump, that he would do an album of songs related to Georgia, and that's exactly what he did. Georgia Blue. He had some friends help him out here. Bella Fleck and Chris Till are on here. They're doing Night Swimming, the REM song. Let's see, It's a Man's World, which would be James Brown's song. Brittany Spencer is singing on that for him, with him. And they do just all kinds of songs related to Georgia. Midnight Train to Georgia, an obvious pick to be on here. In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, the great Dickie Betts instrumental is on here. They do a really good job. Driver 8, another REM song. They open and close this album with REM songs, with John Paul White joining them on this. So it's a really good record. I'll let you see what some of the titles are on there that I didn't already mention. The next record I picked up is based on a recommendation from a member of the vinyl community here. I thank John at Digital Gramophone for pointing me in the right direction for this artist. I'm pretty sure it was he that suggested I check out Josh Ritter. So I got this 2019 album from Josh Ritter, Fever Breaks, and excellent singer-songwriter. Mentioned Jason Isbell just a minute ago, showed one of his records. He produced this album, and I can see why this guy is considered one of the great modern-day singer-songwriters on Coke bottle, I guess, or just clear vinyl. All the songs written by him, I believe, on here, and he's just an excellent songwriter, and his band sounds good, or the musicianship on here is excellent as well. Collection of Dr. John is kind of spotty, kind of, a little this, a little that, no real consistency to it, but I thought it would be interesting to go back and listen to what he sounded like before he took on the Night Tripper persona. So these are recordings from Crazy Cajun Records, recordings that he did. Dr. John, Malcolm Rebenak is his actual name, of course, Mac Rebenak or Malcolm Rebenak. And this was reissued a couple of years ago. And you can tell he's not, and it comes with a dual colored or two colored vinyl. I like this. He wasn't fully formed for sure into that sound that he would be so known for afterward. But a very enjoyable album.
You said what you had to say. Now you said it and you said it now. I don't want to hear no more. Can't had to say. Now you done said it. You did what you did, 'cause you did what you had to do. Now you done did it. Now look what you done done. You done did it. You broke my heart, baby, on the run. Hey now, got my bloodhound racer, got my mojo too. Got my jaw on the carburetor, and I tell you I'm gonna mess with you, baby. I tell you, 'cause you said what you said, 'cause you said what you had to say.
Getting into some blues or blues rock, Government Mule, Heavy Load Blues. This came out at the end of last year, and excellent album. Warren Haynes and the rest of Government Mule went into the studio and recorded 2 albums simultaneously. They worked on their other album during the day, and at night they came back into the studio. According to the way he tells it, they had 2 actual studios set up there in the facility. And in the second facility, the one they went into late at night to do this album, they had all vintage equipment, tube amps, very minimal equipment, vintage mics, that sort of thing. And they just came in after being, kind of tired from a long day of recording, and just kind of let loose with the blues. And I really like this album. This is really good as far as new album releases in this winter. I highly recommend this one. They do a few standards, and they do songs penned by Warren Haynes for the most part. One of the dilemmas if you're a vinyl collector is when you're wanting to collect music from newer artists, you either need to buy the CD or a download, because oftentimes they don't have anything available on vinyl. So whenever I find something on vinyl from an artist I'm interested in, I try to jump on it. Now that's true for this bluegrass band out of Asheville, North Carolina, that's become pretty successful. Town Mountain, they've been around for right many years. This is a 2018 recording. Everything else Town Mountain's put out, as far as I can tell, is not out as a vinyl release. But this one was. And New Freedom Blues, it's called. I like the artwork there. And I don't remember if it's colored vinyl or not. I don't believe so. But excellent bluegrass band, modern bluegrass band, relatively young band. I'll play a needle drop from them.
Burning with a big flame glowing bright, feeling real bloodthirsty tonight. If you ain't guilty, you should be alright. Let the flames be the judge, it'll be a sight. Up in the mountains just a little north of Sedona, where now they're still having witch trials in Arizona.
Alright folks, so there are the new records I picked up this winter with some needle drops from several of these albums. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll remind you to be kind to your neighbors, folks, because we're all neighbors.